Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1. Well, hello tubers, hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. Just listening to Carolyn here while driving around in Spain. How the hell do you Americans tolerate her nonsense? Now this is from her As I See It channel. Like really? She's off her rocker. She keeps this stuff off of her regular channel because if people knew that, they'd unsubscribe. So anyway, let's listen into some of this crazy madness.
And now we have another guy who is promising, I'm only going to be a dictator on day one. I'm just going to take care of all these problems for you. And then we're just going to carry on business as usual. No. What I joke is what he's really going to do is he's going to suspend the Constitution. He's going to put all his loyalists in positions of power and fire everybody else, because also that's what Project 2025 says he's going to do. And then he's just going to declare himself a president under this new government that he's created, which is basically going to be a dictator, but he might call it a president or a king. So I'm only going to be a dictator on day one, and then I'm going to call myself a king.
Really, Carolyn?
And I thought it would be helpful to give you a formal definition of a dictator.
Really?
It's an individual who forms a government where they make decisions without effective constitutional limitations. So if you love America, if you love what the Founding Fathers created here, a constitutional republic in which three branches of government hold the other accountable, so that one person doesn't have absolute power over your entire life. Because you know what they say about absolute power, right? It corrupts absolutely. The Founding Fathers knew that. The Founding Fathers knew that the people who were here were escaping political and religious persecution. They did a monarch, one person in power, absolute power, corrupting absolutely, taking away individual rights and individual freedom. So they came to a new land and created a new form of government to prevent one person from ever having that much power again. And Trump is promising you he is going to suspend the Constitution, jail his political adversaries, and become a dictator on day one. And then he'll just declare himself king.
Really, Carolyn? Huh?
Dictator has absolute power, and they're not held accountable for their actions and are free to do as they please. And they always, in order to do that, in order to have no accountability for their actions, in order to stay in power for their own benefit, their own riches, and that of their oligarchical friends, in order to retain that power that you are about to give one person, they have to take away the rights of the citizens. And the first of those rights is usually free speech. You like your free speech? Well, in a dictatorship, you are not allowed to criticize the government at all. You could end up in jail or worse.
Man, you crazy.
There are no more political parties. There are no more political organizations. There are no more labor unions. Nothing that could get in the way of the absolute power is allowed. You might think, oh, that's fine. I don't care, because I like Trump and I'm never going to say anything bad about him. What if he comes for your sister or your daughter or your granddaughter? What if your granddaughter has an illegal abortion and he comes for your family?
Where the hell did that come from?
Are you going to just sit there and remain silent? Because if you don't remain silent, you're going to jail. Or worse, because that's what dictators do. Dictators stay in power through fear. Ask Alexei Navalny, or Mikhail Lesin, or Sergei Magnitsky. You can't, because they had the audacity to challenge Putin, and they can no longer speak. They either went to jail and mysteriously died in jail, or were poisoned. This is what a dictatorship looks like.
Huh? Oh boy, she really telling you now.
And first they start rounding up all the Jews or all the illegal immigrants. But when one person has absolute power and absolute control without the guardrails of a 3-branch system of government, they control the military, they control the police, they control the Congress and all of the courts. They literally have no guardrails. Who do you really trust one person to control the entire country and all its people and all its economic systems without any guardrails? Would you really trust the guy who has ripped off everybody in his life, who has cheated on all his wives, who has been found liable for rape? You really want to give that guy absolute power over your life? Over your mother's life, your daughter's life, your granddaughter's life? He could literally, as a dictator, yank any woman off the street, rape her, and get away with it.
Really, Carolyn? Really?
A guy found liable for rape. You want to give him total control without any guardrails. It just blows my mind. But the first thing to go are individual freedoms. He will shut down any media who criticizes him. He will shut down any organization that advocates for workers' rights, humans' rights, equal rights. Goodbye to gay rights. Goodbye to trans rights. Goodbye to women's rights. That will all go out the door. If you have a woman in your life, if you have a gay person in your life, their life could be in danger. And you're going to just sit back and let it happen?
Huh?
Dictatorships are not these romantic daddy figure, I'm gonna save you and it's gonna be fine and don't worry. That's not what a dictatorship is. It's ugly. People are murdered. People die. You will lose your rights. Dictatorships are full of corruption.
She really telling you now.
All the money will be at the top, even worse than it is now. Your wages are going to get stagnant. Your prices are going to go higher. Your housing prices are going to go higher. You will not be better off under one person who controls everything. And if you think you will be, I don't even know how to reach you. At no point in history has one monarch, one dictator, one ruler making all the decisions without guardrails for an entire population. At no time has that been better for the people than the constitutional republic under which we have lived for the last 250 years. We cannot go back. It will not be good for you. It will not be good for the people in your life that you love.
Anyway, that's about it from here. Hope you guys are doing well. Put your comments down below. And how do you Americans tolerate this nonsense? Really?
I got you.